the chapter review, question number 18. The question says, a landscape designer is being asked to design a garden using landscape plot. The perimeter will be 72 feet, and the garden will have 3 tiers with house boarding one side as shown in the figure. Make sure you had that on your worksheet too. You are to maximize the area of the garden. So we have a picture, and we're not going to include the side of the house that is its perimeter. So we have a couple variables here. We have x, which equals the length, and then we have, I should probably call those. We'll call this width. So that one's shorter. Okay. And then there's an equation for area, which is the length times the width. But they only give us the perimeter. So someone help me out and tell me what is the perimeter equation here. What are we going to be adding? $72, and it's going to add up the y, the x, and the x. So perimeter is going to equal So if you remember kind of the word problem where we started with what we were given, the perimeter was 72 feet. So we would convert this to the same variable, and we kind of wanted everything to be in x terms. So we want to change that y to be in x terms. So we say 72 equals 3x plus 2y. And we're going to solve this for our y. So 72 minus 3x equals 2y. Then we would divide it by 2. So we get y to be 36 minus 3/2 x. So then I can go back up into the picture and identify everything in the same variable. So up here, this would be, what was that, 36 minus 3/2? And then 36 minus 3/2. Okay. Now I can focus on the question. The question says, you are to maximize the area of the garden. So now we can rewrite it as a function. So the area is taking the length times the width. We don't care now about those middle sections. So we'd say area function. Area equals the length times the width, which was x times 36 minus 3/2 x. Now you have a quadratic function. I'm going to just distribute the x through and then rewrite it in descending order or standard form. So the area of x equals negative 3/2 x squared plus 36x. And what it asks for is the maximum. So what's important with the quadratic maximum? Yep, you're looking for that vertex point. It's a parabola that opens down, and we want to find what that point is, the maximum, which is the vertex. So that's kind of like the question number 1, where we say x equals opposite of b over 2a. So negative 36 over 2 times negative 3/2. The fraction, the 2's will cancel out. So I have negative 36 over negative 3, and then I reduce that and I get 12. So the x value will be 12 feet. So then I can go out, if I wanted to define the dimensions, I can go back into the picture and replace 12 right here, and then 12 right there. So I'd say 36 minus 3/2, 12. Reduce it by 2, so I get 3 times 6, and then 36 minus 18 is 18. So what I have is a 12 by 18 piece of area.
And you just multiply, right?
So then the area is a 12 by 18, which is how many feet squared?
That'd be 216.
Feet squared? Okay. Stop recording and we'll do the next word problem.